Welcome to Power Talk Radio, where you can listen and learn from celebrities, icons, and everyday hardworking women. Their stories will empower and motivate you to be the best you can be. Our host, Tonya DeCosimo, is the founder of P.O.W.E.R, Professional Organization of Women of Excellence Recognized, and editor-in-chief of P.O.W.E.R magazine. She is also an author, columnist, and has worked successfully for 30 years in the advertising and publishing industry. Welcome to today's program. Here's Tonya.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tonya DeCosimo, and welcome to another episode of Power Talk Radio. Oh, what a special guest I have today, let me tell you. With computers being so prevalent these days, we need to learn some security measures to help us keep our home and business computers safe. And my guest today, Dr. Heidi Huhn, is a technical intelligence officer and cybersecurity manager with the CIA. With over 25 years experience, Dr. Huhn works with congressional and national level intelligence organizations, the Department of Defense, and commercial sectors. She is responsible for cybersecurity, the Information Security Program, global intelligence, and protecting the agency's systems. Now, for the past 6 years, Dr. Huhn has served as an adjunct professor with the American Public University. How are you, Dr. Huhn?
I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thanks for being here.
It's a real honor.
You have such an important job, must be so stressful. First of all, I just want to know what made you go into the career of being part of the CIA.
This is a funny story. So as a child, I never considered the CIA ever. And I even asked my mom the other day, I was like, Mom, did you ever think I'd be working at the CIA? She's like, no, but I'm very proud of you. As a child, I dreamed of moving to the big city and having my own driver and bodyguard. So I'd say I've kind of fulfilled that dream. I now have, I've lived in the DC area for 26 years.
Okay.
And my fiance, Adam, he does the driving when we travel, and he's definitely my bodyguard. He's very big, strong, protective. So I'd say I've been fulfilling that dream. I found my path to the CIA unconventionally. I started off as a cybersecurity contractor, and I was encouraged to apply as a staff position in the cybersecurity office. The cybersecurity office is responsible for protecting agency systems. And I actually was very privileged to have the legendary Robert Bigman. He is the godfather for the CIA of starting the cybersecurity defensive program. And he guided me in my early career. He really encouraged me to apply for this position to come on as a government employee. And so ultimately, it was the CIA's unique mission and exceptional workforce that drew me to apply. I was eager to serve with some of the best and the brightest talent in cybersecurity. And one of the real benefits of working with the CIA is there's a multitude of opportunities once you get in the door. And I changed careers to the Directorate of Science and Technology, also known as the DS&T. And in this DS&T is where we are charged with harnessing technology to collect intelligence. So we support the mission by creating technology to gather. And it's an incredible mission. It's focused on innovative ways to meet the most pressing technical national security issues.
What an impressive career, really. Now, we're talking about computers and hacking, and so many scary things happen. I just got a notification the other day from LifeLock. They have your information on the dark web, and you just start to shake. What can we do to make sure that our home computers and business computers, for that matter, are safe, and just that hackers don't get to take over, our lives, basically?
It's inevitably just one of these things that a good friend of mine, a mentor, Dr. Hahn's mom, had told me, it's going to happen. So
Yeah.
he had recommended what you had just recommended, the LifeLock. I, as an agency person, can't support that as a vendor, but there is a lot of options out there. So I have to be very careful about what I support. But that is one good tool to have, so you're
Right.
notified. One of the, in my dissertation, we learned, one of my findings was cybersecurity is broad and very challenging, and there's not a one size fits all to
Mhm.
protecting yourself. So one of the good security measures I found is you have to rely on you have to rely on layers of defense. And what I mean by that is you have email, you have your wireless router that brings your internet into the home. You
Right.
have your systems that you need to patch. So we'll start with the first one, the network layer. When you are given a wireless router, normally a company gives you a wireless router. And one of the first things you should do is change that admin password. It's a default password that companies use, and it's well known in the hacking community. So change that admin default password to something that only you know.
Okay.
Another good security measure is applying patches. This is usually one of the number one recommended areas in protecting your home network and work network. And these are basically, it's best to set them up on an automatic feature. So the vendor is telling you, here, you need to download these patches. And if you set it to automatically download, it'll protect your home systems better. Now, there's another good, there's this a security suite, which contains a suite of security tools to help protect you. It contains things such as antivirus, intrusion detection, and firewalls. This is a good suite to have to protect your system at home against hackers. And also remember to patch it, which I just talked
Yes.
about too. Make sure you're patching that to keep it up to date, because new malicious files are coming out daily. And so this is part of that rapid changing technology to keep our home computers safe. And a big part of that is because a lot of our technology is moving to smaller devices. You got your phones. Your phone, you can pretty much wear it on your wrist now. You've got tablets, you've got cell phones, and these things are easy to lose. Also, because they're easy to lose, that's where you want to make sure you have passcodes set up, and also, or facial recognition. Facial recognition's become a lot easier to implement. Banks are doing it, and it's a really good way to protect your computer assets, I would say.
So how often should we change our passwords?
It's, well, it's recommended every 90 to 180 days. It
Well,
depends.
I
I
guess
know,
I
and
need
that's
to
really
change it.
hard to do. I know that's the challenge with cybersecurity. That's the recommended standard. It depends on what you're protecting. That's why I say 90 days is for what you're that could be protected more. But you got facial recognition now, so
Right,
that's
right.
one way that's making it. The banks are starting to implement that more.
And I think also with the passwords, you know, putting your name in the password or your initials. Like I had a friend of mine that told me, she's using her name as a part of her password. I'm like, what are you thinking? That's crazy.
So here's an easy tip for that. Say that her name is Chelsea. We'll go. So you want to do capital letters, uppercase, lowercase. You want to incorporate special characters, and you want to. So if you take the name Chelsea, if you take the name Chelsea, that's easy to spell. You make the C like a capital C. Then you make the H and H, and then you make the E. You could pick a symbol. Sometimes the A is an @ sign, but you can take a symbol in there, like a $, and put that in place of your E, whatever you can come up with.
That's a great idea. That's awesome. Yeah.
That's a really good way. Incorporate uppercase, lowercase, special characters. Like you said, don't use your names and
Yeah.
but that's a simple way of of creating a complex password.
Now, I know you said you can't, recommend companies, but you do believe that there are companies out there that can help you, secure basically like a LifeLock. I'm going to use the name LifeLock again because that's who I use, and I'm happy with them because they did let me know that somebody was trying to hack my computer.
Yes, yes.
And and I have a question for you. Something strange happened to me. I was sleeping, my cell phone, I started hearing people talking in my cell phone. And in the middle of the night, it was 1 a.m. And I said, hello, hello, and they were gone. Okay. And everybody said, you sure you weren't dreaming, Tonya? I was not dreaming.
Right.
So can they actually take over your cell phone?
That is a common known issue with cell phones.
Okay. So I wasn't dreaming. I wasn't. And then the next day is when I got the notification from LifeLock.
Interesting. Did you tell LifeLock about what you had heard?
Yes, I did. And then I went in and I looked around, and they show you the passcode that they're trying to use to get in, which thank God was nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a really good example.
Yeah. So, I feel that this company is doing a great job, just because, I've used them for years, and they've contacted me a few times.
Like I said, my mentor Dr. Hahn's mom told me it's inevitable. So get the insurance now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now, Doctor, I want to talk about the CIA and women.
Yes.
Okay. So are there more and more women becoming part of the CIA?
There are. In fact, we have our 5 directorates that are currently led by women right now. And we had our first female director, and now we have the overall umbrella for the CIA is what's called the DNI, the Directorate of National Intelligence, and they oversee all the intelligence agencies. And there is Avril Haines. I'm so sorry. Was just nominated to lead the IC community, the intelligence community. Sorry, we speak in a lot of acronyms, so I have to. So one of the things that's really unique about the CIA is, I'm so honored to be able to represent them today, and be able to represent and promote women in STEM. And I thrive off of, the work we do at the CIA and how we save lives and protect American people. And I really would encourage anybody that's considering a STEM type career to look to join the CIA.
Yeah. It sounds like a wonderful career. I know it's not an easy job, and especially the past 6 months, and I give you guys a lot of credit.
Thank you.
I really do. You are such an inspiring woman, very empowering and powerful. So you are part of the P.O.W.E.R organization and P.O.W.E.R magazine, and we're thrilled about that. So I want to know what the word power means to you.
So power, being that I just completed my doctorate program, whenever I hear words to define, I go to the dictionary. And in the dictionary, power is defined as the ability to do or act, the capability of doing or accomplishing something. And more importantly, it's a person or thing that possesses or exercises authority or influence. And those are big words. That carries a lot of responsibility. We influence people through our verbal and non-verbal communications. We influence through mentoring and investing in our personnel and empowering them to be successful. So that is what power means to me. And bringing along our future and empowering them to be successful. And I would say, at the agency, we have the task of accomplishing the impossible at times. Officers are doing this every day. And we face a myriad of global challenges like never before, but the CIA gets the job done. And it's a very exciting to be a part of this organization. You know, we go where others can't and do things no one else can do. We operate on the front lines of the war zones and collect vital foreign intelligence and provide first-rate intelligence assessments to help policymakers make informed decisions. And it's a true honor to be able to protect the American people and American interests by being an officer with the DS&T of the CIA.
Thank you for what you do. You know, I just, as a woman who's balancing it all, career, you know, your personal life, your family life, how do you do that? How do you juggle it all?
Varies at times.
Yeah.
With different priorities.
Yeah.
Luckily, you know, one of the facets about work that I'm adamant about is I want work to continue when I'm not there. And I like to empower the people on my team to know, they know what I'm expecting. They know, nope, she wouldn't do that. She would do this. So I'm a big advocate of empowering the people that work for me to know and to make decisions and say, hey, but you can call me if you need to. But it's important to empower people to make decisions when I'm not around because I cannot be there all the time.
Yes. Yeah. Well, they're very lucky to have you on their team.
They're very smart. I will tell you, they are very smart. You cannot work in cybersecurity alone. It is a true team environment.
Yeah.
And I have a great team.
I give you a lot of credit.
Thank
give you a lot of credit. I thank you for all that you do. I know being part of the CIA, you can't give out too much information, but if people want to contact you, if they're interested in, you know, becoming part of the CIA, how can they take that step?
Probably, let me think. You know, my LinkedIn is on the bottom of this, so that's one way they can contact me.
Mm-hmm.
They can also go through our CIA.gov website and apply for positions there. And those are a couple of the ways.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Well, I thank you so much for your knowledge, for being here with us today, for doing what you do, and really for empowering women. And it's just been a pleasure. And we thank you. Keep up the good work and protect our country.
It's a real honor to be named as Woman of the Month for the P.O.W.E.R magazine. I really appreciate it. It's allowed me to, you know, get out here and give a name with a face for the CIA and promote women in STEM, and I couldn't be happier. This has been a true honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You deserve the honor. You're amazing. Keep up the good work. And again, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Take care, Dr. Heidi Huhn. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Power Talk Radio. We hope you were inspired by our show today and look forward to our next episode featuring another empowering woman. To learn more about being part of Power, go to powerwo.com. That's www.P.O.W.E.R.com and follow us on social media.